What's up, everybody? It's your girl Q1, and I am back with Tyler Perry's Sisters, Season 9, Episode 3, Having Fate. Before I start, y'all make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video that I drop. Make sure you guys are liking the video so we can stay in the algorithm, alright? I appreciate everybody for subscribing to my channel. Y'all, let's get to my next goal, which is 500. Share me, like me, comment. Anything to make me go get in the algorithm or go viral or whatever. Let's bring the people to the page. Okay. All right, y'all. So we left where Karen was coded. Okay. So this is what irritated me. Andy and Sabrina are screaming help. Right? I would think if she's coding, there is a machine that makes noise for the nurses and them to come on in. They took a little long for my liking, right? They like, help. If y'all don't go out and go get somebody, that was pissing me off. All right. It was just bad acting, bad production. That's it. So, the Dr. Vaughn comes in and he was like, y'all gotta go. We got this. We have to do a C-section, but y'all cannot be in here. And so Sabrina was like, no, I gotta go back. Sabrina, calm your ass down. Calm down. Okay, go out there. Okay, go get something out the safe machine or something. And go pray. Go talk to the Lord. Because you're working on my nerves at this point. All right? So Andy just blank staring out. So I'm assuming she's looking at Dr. Cruz. I don't know. I'ma just say Dr. Cruz, right? So the nurse, what's her name? Nurse Rhonda comes out, right? So Nurse Rhonda asks them, like, who's Karen? Who's next to kin with Karen? So everybody was like, why? Why are you? Can y'all just tell her who fucking next to kin and stop asking all these stupid ass questions? See, Tyler, this will be getting on our nerves. You have this long drawn out question scene, all these questions. Did you move the storyline along? Okay? Thank you. Okay? Thank you. So, Miss Lisa walked up. So Miss Lisa was like, is everything okay? The nurse Rhonda was like, she in there fighting, but we need to know, does she have a medical will? Does she have a DNR? Do we need to resuscitate? And Miss Lisa was like, y'all do everything y'all need to do to save my girl. All right. So Andy see Dr. Cruz. Go over there to Dr. Cruz and check him real quick. Look, you racist ass motherfucker. You gonna pay for everything. So whatever happened to my friend gonna motherfucking happen to you legally, bitch. That's what she said. That's what she said. Anyway. Andy said no. So that's not the part. So she walked off. Y'all know Dr. Cruz still had to be a smart ass right after that. I was just like, man, this man have no bedside manner, right? And so, you know what I found out though today? I found out that doctors dismissing their patients' pain or whatever is called medical gaslighting. Like I was looking that up, y'all. I was so concerned about what was happening to Karen. Baby, I had to get on the internet and find out that was called medical gaslighting. Okay, listen, your girl, she knows something. I know a little something, all right? So Sabrina's anxiety was going up, right? So at this point, everything that happened to Raggedy Peen Rich and Nasty Penelope, to coming to the hospital not knowing the fate of her friend or the babies and and whatnot, she need that weed pen from Danny. Danny was like, girl, wait, okay. Danny said that weed pen ain't even helping her right now. Okay, so they try to get their mind off of Karen, so they start sharing both of their issues. So Sabrina tells Danny what happened between when she walked up on Rich and Penelope. So Danny was like, when we riding out, I was like, I understand that. I understand that. And then we found out, because Penelope made that comment about Sabrina's journey. So Rich told her about the IVF journey. Like, I was like, this nigga. Like, I sure hope you don't take him back. Tyler, can we please get him away from us? Him, Tony, Penelope. You may can keep Jordan. Maybe. But them, they can go. Anyway, so Fatima goes and finds Zach, and she talked with Zach. She asked him, how are you feeling about all of this? Because you had to deal with the situation from earlier, and then come here, you have to deal with all of this. So Zach actually thanks Fatima for understanding, for her being there, for her just being a rock and always being positive, even when stuff not going right? So he said, man, I should have expected chaos because nothing about this pregnancy is normal, right? So he got tears coming out his eye, but he's still trying to make light of the situation, and she tells him, like, we need you to be strong. I need you to be strong. They need you to be strong. The girls need you to be strong. Karen and the babies need you to be strong. Fatima, that's a lot to ask. Okay? I need y'all. Let me just push pause here. Listen, when there is a situation, can y'all please stop asking people to be strong? Okay? That is rude as hell. Okay? That is rude. Do not ask people to be strong. They only know what they can be in that moment. And that's what you take. Alright? So if they got a lot of tears, then that's what they have to give. Okay? The strength is probably in their tears. They probably ain't got nothing to say. The strength is in their silence. Okay? They probably mad. The strength is probably in there, and that's somewhere down there in that anger. But that's where their strength is at. But to ask them to suppress their emotions and bring about this strong, this strong deal and all of this here, no, we're not doing that. Anyway, so Aaron and Zach, they're together. They prepping each other up so they can go in surgery. They talking to one another. They both nervous. They crying. Got tears coming out their eye. They scared for Karen. But they're supportive in the moment. And we never really seen that, but now we're starting to see that. And so Zach was like, listen, the Lord, how close you is with the Lord. All right, since you ain't good with the Lord, then you go ahead and pray. So Aaron started to pray, but he just can't. He can't find the words. He can't find the space. So Zach encourages him. He was like, listen, don't you hang that call up on the Lord. All right, come on back here. I got this. So they grabbed hands again. Zach started to pray. He muscled up what he knew how to muscle up. That was from the ticker. All right, that was from the ticker. So I was like, where's Pam? But then, y'all, when I seen Pam dumbass in the next episode, she just irritated my nerves, and I just kind of feel like, why didn't nobody call Pam and tell Pam? Why didn't y'all call Pam and tell Pam? Okay, because she gonna be lashing out at Pam. There's Zach and what that girl Karen gonna piss me off next episode. Don't piss me off with this nasty ass attitude. But I get it, because that's a part of grief. Anger. Okay? That's the stages of grief. Let me tell you what my therapist told me. Baby, you can be good. You can be good. You can go through all the stages. Baby, about a month or two, you can go right back into a stage. I was like, girl, okay? I'm just saying. Just some stuff, okay? So Lisa walked up on Aaron and Zach and tell them this was a beautiful prayer. They was like, well, two can go in the room. Lisa was like, listen, the way I'm feeling right now and the way these bitches was acting at this here hospital, they better not play with me. They better not say speak or spaghetti to me, and when I walk in this room to be here with my daughter. Okay? All right. So Sabrina was like, listen, girl. We go back to Sabrina and Danny. Listen, girl, I done talked about Rich and all my problems and everything. I didn't even ask you how you and that stupid ass nigga Tony was. Like, I ain't asked you, girl. How y'all doing? Right? How y'all doing? And so, she talks to Sabrina about Tony moving. At this point, we don't care. Let him go. Okay, like, we don't need you to leave. Okay, so Sabrina phone ring, right? Oh no, I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, so Sabrina phone ring. She didn't answer it because it's Rich. Girl, turn your phone off. So then he called again, and Danny picked up the phone and basically went off on Rich. Not important. So everybody, the ladies kind of come back into the waiting room or whatever. Danny asked Fatima, like, how are you holding up with this? Fatima was like, listen, I haven't really had time to process everything. And so they thank Fatima for being there, for just kind of being a rock for everybody. But y'all still don't know that this lady is pregnant at the moment. Okay? This was a lot. My girl was pregnant. My girl is pregnant. All right? She pregnant. Okay? Anyway, she said, listen, despite everything and whatever is happening, whatever is going to happen, me and Zach will have Karen's back. Fine. So this what Tyler got me and almost pissed me off, because we do a whole montage with the sisters minus Fatima. First of all, what y'all not finna tell me is Karen is back there dead as a doorknob. That's what you not finna tell me, Tyler. Okay, for all of the stuff we done went through with Karen, all the times we cussed out Karen, you better keep her here on this side of heaven. Okay? We don't want no problems. Okay? And then we didn't know that she was having nieces. Okay, she having 2 girls. All right. So Zach come out. All right, so okay, this how the whole scene went. Miss Lisa come out. Apparently she about to give us some bad news, but she don't say nothing. So then the camera go to, the next scene, we go to Zach. He kicking stuff, he crying. This didn't need to happen like that, Lord, no. Why they didn't take Donald Trump? They should have took Donald Trump and not Karen or the baby. Oh. He didn't want to say that, but y'all, I'm sorry. Don't mind me. Okay. So Zach, baby, when I tell you Zach was eating up this scene, I don't know what his focus was. I don't know if Kadeen and those boys was his focus, but I did not know that Kadeen and Zach DeVal had chops like that. Like, anyway, so he crying and Fatima just consoling him and whatnot, right? So Danny and Sabrina are trying to aid each other. So Danny said the way the doctor treated her, she didn't have an effect on the outcome. So, it is like it's either way. Now, is the babies are alive and Karen Zed is a doorknob, or is one of the babies is the baby stillborn and Karen and the other baby is still on this side of heaven? Okay, like, we need to know, did the baby go to baby heaven? Did the babies go to baby heaven? Or did Karen go to be with the Lord? All right, I need to know. So Danny threatened Dr. Cruz and tell him, she was like, what did she say? Be afraid every day of your life. I don't know what she told him, but she threatened him, right? So she gets up in an emergency room, in a waiting room, and tell everybody that Dr. Cruz was racist and he's killing black women and children. So I'm like, okay, did all 3 of them not survive? Okay, this is a lot of trauma for us on a Wednesday night, Tyler. Okay, we ain't even make it to Friday and you giving us all this drama. Okay, anyway, Dr. Vaughn goes to the ladies and he want to extend his condolences. Y'all know what I mean. First of all, this scene too long. Who died? Somebody is dead as a doorknob. Okay? Don't play with us. So we go to the room. Y'all, Karen's still here. Karen is still here. All right. Which one of them babies ain't here? Okay, now the way Zach is crying and y'all ain't show Aaron, I feel like it's Zach baby. Okay? So anyway, so the babies, but one of the babies went to the baby heaven. All right? And they confirm that the other baby was a stillborn, and Karen asked which baby survived, and apparently it was not baby Zakisha. And the ladies are comforting Karen while they bring her the stillborn baby. So they said that they recommend that so she can have some type of closure. And she had the opportunity to hold her stillborn. And she named the baby Forever Taylor. When I tell you, I thought that was just the cutest. That was the cutest. And this is where the episode ended. And then we gonna see them like Karen and Zach lashing out at the people closest to them because they have experienced a major loss. And I don't know what that feels like, but I did hear, and I've heard several stories, tons of stories, how that make the parents feel, and they're hurting. It's grief, it's grief, right? So I want to extend my condolences to people who have lost babies, and I think they call them I don't know if that's the term for. I don't know if rainbow baby is the term for the baby that comes after somebody loses a baby, but I do think that because of the doctors, what they call it, malfeasance? Is it malfeasance? Because of the doctor, terrible bedside manner, and now let me see. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, y'all. So that's what it is. So because of the doctor's medical malfeasance, that lady lost her baby, and I think if Dr. Cruz would have done his job, Karen and Zach's baby would still be alive. However, this is Tyler Perry's world, and we not gonna act like when we found out she was pregnant that baby we didn't want that baby to be for Zach. All right, now all of that aside, y'all. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. We not gonna act like we want them to have this baby. Okay. We did not want them to have this baby. We wanted that baby to be for Aaron. But then we found out it was two of them. And we was like, this don't make no sense. Like, how she pregnant for this man and this man? So we not going to act like that. All right? We feel bad for Karen. We do. We feel bad for Zach. But y'all, let's keep it a buck. We not going to act like that. All right? And the last thing I need y'all to do, because y'all know we got to have a repass for Forever Taylor. Okay, I was calling the baby Zakisha. All right, that's not that baby name. That's ghetto. So Forever Taylor, y'all drop down in the comments and tell me what y'all bring into the repass. I'm gonna bring like 3 pans of chicken. All right, and I'm gonna bring some sodas. I'm gonna bring the Coca-Colas, even though they like $11 a pack. I'm gonna bring the Coca-Colas, the Sprite, a pack of Coke, a pack of Sprite, and something else. All right. Y'all who bringing the pasta, the red beans and rice, the sandwiches, we need to know what we bringing for the baby, for the repass for the baby. And who gonna hire we can have a DJ, but we need the second line band to come. All right, we need to do this big for Forever Taylor. All right, y'all, these past 3 episodes stressed me the F out. Okay, it's been a lot of cursing. It's been a lot of emotions. I'm very sorry that my reviews has been extremely colorful, right? But it was just a lot of emotion, okay? We still pissed off at Dr. Cruz, and we hope Karen, that may not bring the babies back, but we hope we sue, Dr. Cruz is sued that he cannot practice no type of medical nothing on nobody. Not even with no Fisher Price toys, okay, or even the Operation game. All right, we want to sue him down to his nasty drawers, okay. All right. Anyway, before y'all leave out, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell button, and I will see y'all tomorrow for Tomorrow's Thursday for all the Queens men, and I feel like I'm missing something else. Oh, I think tomorrow is the last episode of And Just Like That. I'm not sure, but all the Queens men, and then Just Like That. So see y'all in the next one. Bye.